everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Chantel, and today we're going to be cooking. We're going to be making 2 meals with 2 of the same ingredients, chicken and sausage. So our first one, we're going to be doing our sausage, shredded chicken soup. And then our next one, we're going to be doing a sausage, spinach, and ricotta calzone. So let's get started. I've already boiled my chicken, and yes, I said boiled. So it's a whole chicken, and you put lots of seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever other seasonings that you would like to add. And we're going to be using that water as well as the broth. And so make sure you prepare that ahead of time. You can already buy roasted chicken in your local grocery store and shred that already, but we have chicken readily available here. So pre-boiled, and same thing with the sausage. I already fried that up, and I did the hot sausage. So you could do regular sausage, but my husband likes the spicy one, so I get him the spicy. And it is actually not as spicy when you're eating it in the calzone because of the ricotta with the milk. It actually helps cool it, so it's not spicy. But in the soup, it's a little spicy. So let's get started. So I have 5 carrots, and we're just gonna chop them up, and you can cut them up small, big chunks. It really doesn't matter, however you and your family like to eat the carrots. And they roll away here on you when you leave them round, which is fine. The soup is healthy. If you want to make it even healthier, then you would take the broth and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours until the fat comes to the surface and it hardens, and you can skim that off, and then you're left with a healthier broth. I will be adding peppers, onions, celery, and beans. And you can add whatever bean you want, but in this one, I'm actually adding calzone beans, mild. My husband actually doesn't like the beans, so he'll actually pick them out. So sometimes I actually puree them and put them in the broth, so he actually doesn't know that he's eating it. And if you have picky kids, you can actually do that with other ingredients as well. If they don't like their vegetables, you can actually puree them, and they'll never know. And you can sneak in their vitamins like that. Now I'm chopping up some 3 stalks of celery, and I love actually adding the leaves in my celery. The celery heart is my best one. I like that one. Chop it up, leaves and all. So the reason why I wanted to do a double cooking is because tomorrow is Super Bowl, and I know normally we entertain here, but it's going to be a quiet evening, and which is fine. That means I don't have to pick up a mess. But my husband loves when I make the sausage and spinach calzone. So that's a favorite here, and I will show you how I make that after. That one, not so much on the Waist Watcher, but it's very filling, and you can make it into 2 meals if you want. Typically we just eat half And then the next day is when we'll just warm it up and have it like a snack for, you know, a late lunch or whatever. And then we'll have kind of like a smaller dinner. So like a big salad or something, little protein in there, so not too much. All right, so now the pepper. And just kind of take the seeds out at once. Clean the seeds out. All right. Again, you can chop up your vegetables as fine as you want or as thick, totally up to you. Growing up as a child, my mom, she would actually cut them up small, and not because I didn't like vegetables as a child, but it was just the way she thought soup was supposed to be made, like finely chopped vegetables and everything. People are set in their own ways. Me, it depends. I don't have a preference to anything. So, and yeah, as a child, I didn't like my vegetables. As an adult, I love my vegetables now. So for you that have picky eaters, don't worry, they'll grow out of it. I have 3 children, and yeah, they're very picky eaters when they were little, and thank goodness they love their vegetables now. So, all right, so that's that. Doing an assembly line here. Now with the onion, I cry like a baby when it comes to chopping up onions. So I know there's tricks out there, so I'll try not to cry too much on you. So this is kind of a big onion, so I'm just going to, believe it or not, my husband hates onions and garlic. And do you know how difficult that is to cook, especially when you're trying to do Italian night? That's like the main ingredient in there. So if I'm doing meatballs, I actually shred it, so he can't actually feel the texture in there or anything like that. So with the onions, yeah, very small diced. If he feels that texture, everything that has to do with an onion, he hates. Texture, flavor, everything, smell. So I try to do it as small, but sometimes he catches one in there and just ruins everything apparently. So I'm gonna take this over to the broth. Okay. All right, so I've already put in some sausage, about a cup of cooked sausage. And now I'm just gonna throw all the vegetables in without making a mess of my white shirt. Should be interesting. I always make a mess. Okay. This is rich and hearty. Good on a cold night. Today is raining, so it'll be really good today. Put that back. All right, so now give this a mix. You can see that it is going to be rich and hearty in flavor. Boil. All right. Now the other thing I like to add in here is, of course, fire roasted tomatoes, and that's going to give it some nice depth in here. Now I'm going to sneak in the beans. I didn't puree them. All I did was just drain them and rinsed. So that's just 1 can. Okay. Stir this all together. And now I would like to add a little bit of beef broth in here. Now that just totally changed the color to a nice dark, rich color. Now you don't need to add any more seasoning if you don't want to. You can. I know I had added some salt when I was boiling the chicken. Yes, I know it sounds crazy. And lots of pepper. But don't forget, in the spicy sausage, there is already some peppers and some red pepper flakes and all that stuff. So depending on how spicy you like, go right ahead and add some more. You could add a little bit more salt if you want to, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is right now. And just wait till all of these ingredients marry together. Take a sip of the broth and then add some more seasoning if I need to at the end. I prefer tasting my vegetables rather than lots of added salt. So I know in the cooking industry, salt, 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 but I'm just gonna try it like this first. And if I need to add it, then I'll add it after. So we're gonna let this come to a boil and then bring it down. But I do need to add my chicken. All right, so you can just take 2 forks if you wanted to and shred the chicken already. I did some of it already, so just pulling it apart if you want to, totally up to you, however you want to pull your chicken apart. I've seen actually some trick where they put a hand blender, or sorry, a hand mixer, and to shred the chicken. I haven't done that yet. I don't know, I'm afraid to try that, but for you people, you can let me know in the comments below if you've tried it. If it works, then great, because I know this can take a little time, especially if you do this right away as soon as you take it out of the water. You have to let it cool. It's just way too hot for that. There's going to be lots of flavor in here because, like I said, when I added this in the water, I had a lot of seasoning in there already. So, and this is also, you know, healthier than, I guess, sticking in the oven and putting some nice olive oil all over it and everything. You know, the oil, this is just melting down the fat, everything. So all the skin, everything is just taken out. So almost there. You can shred it however thinly, finely you want, totally up to you. If you want big chunks, it's however you want to. And again, you can get this at your local grocery store that's already, you know, cooked for you. If you're in a hurry, you know, come home from work and just pick up your chicken. I've done that a couple times before. So, all right, so let's start off with this and see how much. All right, so let's add our chicken. Let's see. Right at the end, I'm actually going to sneak in some pasta. You don't have to have the pasta in here, but if you want really filling soup, pasta. So whatever you want. There's all different types of shapes and sizes of the pasta. So I actually have little rings. My granddaughter loves her little rings for pasta. So she's very picky eater. So whatever we can find that she likes, we get that, and until she decides not to like it anymore, and then we have to switch to another. So, all right, this is looking really thick and hearty and filling. So we'll put a lid on that and put it down. And now we're gonna work on our calzone. All right, so what I did was I mixed the sausage and the ricotta, about a cup of ricotta, I mixed that, and then I put about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. I mixed that together. For your pie crust, you could use whatever you want. You could go to your local grocery store and make or get the pizza dough that they already make. You can make your own, or you can use the one that comes in a can already, totally up to you. And you can use also your favorite pizza sauce or your marinara sauce. So what I did was I just put some pizza sauce on the bottom, scooped the sausage mixture on evenly, and then I sprinkled some mozzarella. And now to fold it over. And this is the tricky part. You want to make sure that it sticks together after you fold it though, not with this leftover dough here. So let's see if I can do this in one shot. There we go. We did it, yay. You want to make sure that you seal all the edges because otherwise it's going to ooze out. So let's seal the edges. And then I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the top. It's going to get a nice crust, nice rich brown looking crust. Now, once in a blue moon, as you can see that I'm rolling as well as pinching the dough, you can add cheese in there. So when you take that off, you've got stuffed crust with the cheese, and dip that into your pizza sauce or your marinara sauce. Do whatever you want. If you wanted to add seasoning to the top, you could do that. You have a little salt, little pepper, little or garlic salt. And then make sure that you pinch all of that together, because I've made this plenty of times where, yes, it has opened on me and then oozed out, and that's not fun. So, all right, so now I'm gonna take my knife, and I need to cut some slits in here to let the air escape, so that way you don't have an explosion in your oven. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab my olive oil. Spread that all around evenly. I especially like putting the olive oil on the crust. I like it nice, soft crust, and that will help it soft on the inside, crunchy. Sorry, yeah, soft on the inside, crunchy on the outside. All right, now let's stick this in the oven at 425 until golden brown. Okay. Welcome back. I have a little bonus. So we made soup, we made a calzone. We're gonna make another calzone. Perfect for tomorrow for the Super Bowl. This is shredded chicken with your favorite, whichever one you want, of wing sauce. So it's going to be filling, delicious. It's gonna take care of all your cravings for your wings. If you like the bread, the cheese, all that combination together. So pour whatever favorite wing sauce you want in with your chicken. Again, this was a leftover chicken. So mix it all together. Okay. We're gonna lay some cheese on the bottom. We're also gonna have some cheese on the top too. So, ooh, this is spicy, right up my nose. So, again, make sure that it's all level so it cooks evenly. Okay, let's not waste any of these little chicken pieces in here. Okay. Ooh, strong, spicy. Okay. There we go. Okay, now let's add some more cheese on top. the best part. All right, spread that even. All right, I think I need a little bit more cheese. Okay, if it gets in the crust, the cheese, that's okay. Stuffed crust pizza, right? Let's add some on the edge then. That way, when you guys bite into the crust, it's cheesy. All right, so let's attempt to fold this over again. You could use whatever of your favorite pizza dough. Fold that over and pinch the edges so there's nothing oozing out. And I like to do a nice little roll. Give it that extra pinch. You could add the cheese in there if you wanted to. Give that extra stuffed crust calzone here. We're gonna drizzle some olive oil on there. Again, if you want to season the crust on the top, you could have a little salt, little pepper, garlic salt, or just garlic powder, whatever seasoning you like. Make sure that this is nice and pinched. Again, I've had this ooze out so many times on me. It's fine if it oozes out, just doesn't seem pretty though when you're entertaining. So let's get the knife, cut the slits in here again. So it needs to air out, it needs to escape. Let me grab the olive oil. Drizzle that on top. Nice golden crust. It'll be nice and chewy on the inside, nice crunchy on the outside. Spread that. And then in the oven, 425 until nice and golden brown, okay? Let it sit when you take it out of the oven. You don't want to cut into it right away. Just let it sit for a couple of minutes. It's going to be extremely hot when you take it out of the oven right away. So let's put this in the oven. All right, so I added the pasta and it's finished. I'm gonna try some. And this is super hot. Oh my goodness. All right. You can see that hearty soup. Okay, and then you can see the pasta, the little rounds. All right, so let's try the broth first. Delicious. I actually don't need to add anything. There's just already salt in the sausage, already salt when I was cooking the chicken. The spiciness, it's just right. It's not overpowering anything. It's not too spicy for me. And just, you can taste all the vegetables in the broth just like that. You have to try this. All right, so I took it out of the oven and I honestly don't remember which is which. So it's going to be a surprise. So let's cut into it and see which one this one is. I let it cool, by the way. And this one is, drum roll. Ooh. The buffalo chicken. All right, now let's open this one. Youch, hot. Okay, open this one. That was a nice snap on that crust. Delicious. Let's see this. Hot, hot, hot. Ooh. That is the sausage and ricotta. Ooh, the steam is coming out of that one. Ooh. All right, but I need to see a little bite from this one here. Let's see. All right. The cheese oozing. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. Oh my goodness. Mmm. Very cheesy. And the chicken with the wing sauce, delicious. I don't miss at all the chicken wings. I have it right in here. And of course, my bread. I have to have bread. I have a little cheese in here. Oh, this is delicious. Mmm. You need to try this one. Okay, let's try this one here. Ooh, this one is super hot still. Mm. Kind of hard to cut in a cookie tray. Ooh, this is really hot. Oh my. All right. Mmm. I absolutely love this one. Mmm. One of our favorites in this house is with the spicy sausage. Again, not too spicy because the ricotta naturally cools it. You barely taste the spinach. Your kids won't notice. Trust me. You can taste the Parmesan in here and the crunch on the dough. It's just absolutely satisfying. So, I hope you enjoyed watching these delicious recipes, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going to be posting some more videos. I'm going to be posting up some more cooking, and if there's anything that you want to see me cook, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much.